This is for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what Spirit has to say to you for August, for at least the first few days into August. Let's see what the energies pick up on. I want to use the good tarot. Let's see. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe, as that is the way that we grow our tribe. And these are general readings. They may not resonate with everybody. They'll resonate with somebody, but they're not going to resonate with everybody, all right? This is not your reading. Just let it go. Don't try to make it fit. Check out another reading or another reader, all right? Email me for personal readings if you're interested. Check out my Facebook. Check out my IG. You know the spiel. All right. I always look to make sure I'm holding the deck the right way, because don't want to be reading just because I'm holding it weird. All right. Ace of Fire. New beginnings. Creative, passionate, action-driven beginnings, okay? All right. Then you have the Queen of Fire. All right. So in a very, we're already talking about passion. So if you think of someone who embodies those traits, right? Passionate, sexy, confident. That's the Queen of Fire. And then you have the Hangman, which is just literally just take a moment, pause, look at things, you know, a little bit different. Really analyze things from other people's point of view as well. All right, get to know yourself. Like, just think about things a little bit before you go ahead and jump forward. All right, so that's interesting because we're having the new beginning card and then having the Hangman there as well. It's very interesting. All right, bottom of the deck. See, well, it's the Empress. She's in reverse. But this is another one of those decks that is not meant to be read in reversals. So I'm just gonna flip it and reverse it, okay? And I have the Empress. I just want to make sure, because I believe that this is one of those decks that you don't read reversals. Just want to see what she says. Yeah, there's no reversals in this one either. I didn't think so. But anyway, so you have the Empress. She is the birth giver, Mother Earth. She also represents Libra. She is the one that brings things to fruition. You know, any new idea that you have. She's also yes, right? So wherever you're thinking about, you know, she's that positive omen, all right? If you want to think of it that way. So I'm just going to put her aside and continue here. So a lot of cards were popping out, you know, 4 of Earth, 8 of Earth, 10 of Fire, 2 of Air, 6 of Air, Transformation. You have the Chariot. Oh, God. Anyway, all right. I laugh because I kid you not. If you look through my readings, I always have like Libra Cancer combination. So if I get the Chariot, you best believe there's another Libra representing card on the table. And by Libra representing card, I mean either the Empress or Justice. Okay, with the Chariot, it just never fails. So I have no other option but to laugh at it, because I swear Spirit is always telling me, you know, things are, when it comes to like a relationship status or things or projects or whatever, things are always moving in a way balanced direction. Like you always have that clarity, you know, to move forward, to keep things going in that direction. So I always keep that in the back of my mind when I'm doing a reading. And it's just kind of funny because I kid you not, it always happens. Even when I'm just doing personal readings or even when I'm drawing cards for myself, it just doesn't fail. And I'm grateful for that. Don't get me wrong, because I rather know that things are moving in a very fair, clear way rather than anything else. And I have to say this, for you water signs right now, movement is definitely a thing right now. Even though you have the Hangman that's asking you to be patient, even though you also have the Four of Earth, which is also a patient, hold back kind of card. So I'm going to put that up there. With this new beginnings, I think that this is just like the calm before the storm, and not a storm in a bad way. Rather, you know, when things change, people have to go through an adjustment period, right? They have to adjust to the idea of change. And so, you know what? I just noticed there's a glare on the cars. Let me turn off the light. See if that helps. Someone looks a little bit better. Anyway, so it's just a moment where you just have to kind of like, you just that's like that peaceful moment where you just like, when you take that moment to meditate, take the moment in, and then you're like, all right, let's go. You know, like even before a race, a runner or whatever will sit here and just kind of take a moment to just take it in before the race. So it's just like a very brief pause right before all this movement starts to happen, okay? And that pause, don't let that pause make you wonder if that's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? With the two of air here, it's the not confusion, but kind of like, you know, am I or am I not, you know, type of mental process that you're going through. So I wouldn't call it confusion. I would call it more like, not even indecision, just, but kind of like along those lines, all right? Because, so you have the Tower, okay? I just said earlier, you know, that moment where any change is gonna be, it's gonna disrupt your life the way it is. But with the Tower being here now, it's a major change. So absolutely your life is gonna change, okay? Then you have the transformation card here right after, which is death, new beginnings. So however things are right now, that's not the way they're gonna continue to be. Something's gonna happen, something major is gonna happen that's gonna switch the way that you look at things. So the movement in this case is more, you know, it's okay, being a romantic reader, if you had this belief that someone out there was doing something a certain way, or you're doing something because you believe some person had this or that interest, you gotta figure out that that's not the way things are. And now you're just gonna go through this moment where you're like, fuck, I really thought this was this way, so I guess it's not, so I could just adjust my direction. And I know that sounds a little vague, but I can't even think of like a specific example. But just when, you know, subconsciously you might be adjusting your life, accommodating someone in your life or something, you might be living your life a certain way to kind of keep the status quo. Let's just say your parents, all right? Let's say, I'm just trying to think of an example. Let's say, I don't know, let's say you love to smoke. Let's say you love to smoke. I mean, smoking is not a good example, but let's just say you love to smoke and you don't smoke because, you know, your parents, you know, frown upon people who smoke, all right? And all of a sudden then now, you know, you're sitting down at a family gathering or at a gathering or something like that, and it comes to light that your parents smoked all their life. They just stopped smoking recently. So you turn around, you're like, damn, so you enjoy that and you're making it like it's such a bad thing, but you did it for years. So I'm not saying that's a good example, but I'm just trying to say, like, I'm using it. I couldn't think of anything else. I don't know why. But, you know, just the fact that you adjust your life to accommodate other people, and then you come to realize that the people that you're accommodating are not accommodating you. And so whatever happens, whatever opens your eyes, you start to see them in a different light. You start to, you know, took you a moment to like, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? And that's gonna kind of confuse you a little bit, but that's gonna be the transformative moment where now you are gonna walk away from the situation, from the way things are, okay? From the way you are right now. You are going in a different direction, all right? You're gonna energetically, or maybe even physically change. You know what I mean? Like you're literally just gonna be like, the fuck with all this shit. I'm gonna do whatever it is that I want to do. And with the 10 of fire being here, knowing that, you know what, let bygones be bygones. It is what it is. You're not gonna be resentful towards the past, but you're definitely going to be able to take those lessons with you, work them into your present and future, okay, and go forward, all right, with whatever makes you happy, because the Chariot is really all about victories, personal victories, all right? So you have a lot of major arcana in this read, all right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, okay, and I only drew 12 cards. So 1/3 of the cards are major, which goes to reemphasize the point that whatever comes to light, it's going to be very significant. It's definitely going to change everything for you. Everything for you. I got another good example. What about that baby mom, all right, or that baby dad, or that ex? Let's just say an ex. And the ex always, I don't know, judged you for partying, all right? So you stopped going out because you didn't want this ex to validate that belief, right? And you come to find out that the minute all the clubs open, they were the first ones up in there, you know? So it was like, oh, I kind of didn't want people to believe I was a certain way, but the people who I didn't want to believe in that or whatever, do it. So I don't know why I just thought of that, but whatever. So whatever it is comes to light. All right, let's see. Let me use the Illuminati, because I've used the word light a lot. So let's shine some light in this reading. All right, just for additional information, because the message is there's some major changes. All right, something major is coming your way. Extremely redirecting. Like I said, I want to call it physical movement, because you have the 8 of Waters, where you're literally just walking away from something, and you have the 6 of Air, which is literally physically going somewhere different, like changing directions. So, but with the Empress being here, the Ace of Fire and the Queen of Fire, I think whatever it is really motivates you to go in a different direction, and it's gonna be the right direction. So you know, I'm gonna say I've had a couple readings where it's like, you're not being rejected, you're being redirected. Here you go again. All right, so yeah, look at that, the Fool. See, it's new beginnings, time to take that leap of faith. And here's my Lovers, 2 of Cups. All right, 8 of Pentacles again, which was already on here with the 8 of Earth. All right, and you have the 2 of Wands, which is the, you know, crossroads. And you have the 4 of Swords. So I'm gonna go along with the same thing I've been saying. You know, you gotta take a moment to process the information that you're receiving. All right, oh look, Death again. All right, you gotta take a moment to process the information you're receiving. You gotta work on incorporating that into, like, work on figuring out what it is that you want to do next. All right, with the crossroads being here as well. All right, you gotta work on figuring out where you're going, but you know that you're starting over no matter what. With the Death card, you know that endings also means new beginnings, and that new beginning, that leap of faith forward, all right, is gonna lead you into a very positive new phase of your life. All right, so from a romantic standpoint, if you were still pinning on an ex, if you were still holding respect and space for an ex, okay, for whatever reason, and you're finding out this person has moved on, so you're taking the moment to process that, because regardless of whatever, even though they might have been an ex, you know, maybe you were still in communication, whatever the case may be, you're gonna take the time to process that information and work on yourself and figure out, okay, so I know we're definitely done. And the respect that I was holding, you know, maybe you weren't talking to anybody yet because whatever, well, they went ahead and they did it first. So now you're opening yourself up. You're ending that phase or that you know, idea in your head. So you're now open to new beginnings and to love, and love definitely comes and finds you. Or maybe there was someone that was already trying to talk to you, and you You were just keeping them at bay because you still were holding this emotional space, like you were emotionally unavailable, and now you are. There you go. There you go. All right, water, and you're very emotional sign, so you know you're definitely walking away from the old and walking into the new with a new perspective with the Hangman. So good luck with that. All right. So again, please like, share, and subscribe, because that's the way that we grow our tribe, and I shall see you on the other side. Peace.